Now, the former international shooter and a veteran sports administrator Randhir Singh is poised to make history as the first Indian to lead the Olympic Council of Asia, that is OCA, having emerged as the sole candidate for the presidency in the upcoming September 8 election. In an exclusive interview with DD India ahead of the OCA General Assembly, Singh reflected on his journey from a distinguished athlete to a seasoned sports administrator and shared his thoughts on the remarkable rise of Indian sports on the global stage. On 8th of September, the elections of the Olympic Council of Asia will take place, and Raja Randhir Singh is set to become the president of the Olympic Council of Asia, and it's a remarkable achievement. And we know that he is a veteran administrator, have served the multiple bodies, international bodies as well as the Indian bodies, and it's a big achievement not only for him but for the India. He will represent India at the Olympic Council of Asia. Sir, very, very congratulations for that. You will be elected as unanimously for that coveted post. So what it means to you personally and for the Indian sports fraternity, this big achievement?
Firstly, I thank you very much for being with me and giving me the opportunity to say what I would like to say, and I hope what I say is right. It's a great opportunity for us, and it's a great thing. For me personally, if I get elected on the 8th, I'll be the third president of the Asian Games for my family. My uncle founded the Asian Games in 1951, and he was president. And in 1982, my father was president when I was shooting for India. In fact, it's quite a coincidence that when I won a medal in the team event, it was a silver medal. He presented the medal. And when I was president in China in the Hangzhou Asian Games, my daughter won a silver medal, and I presented her the medals.
Talking about this big achievement, you will be there for India as the president for the Olympic Council of Asia. So the way things happened in the past, especially at the Olympic Council of Asia also, there was some disturbance. So do you think it will act as a challenge for you? Or as we know that you have always settled the things unanimously and bringing all the people under one umbrella. Also, we have seen that you have been there for decades, and you are the flag bearer for the India in various competitions, for the Commonwealth Games also, for the Asian Games also that held in China. So what changes will you bring? It's your plan after becoming the president of the coveted that organization?
Same. Asia is the strongest continent out of the 5 continents today. We are the only continent that's always ready to hold any international event if the other countries or some continents fail to hold it. Everyone is there today, coming up, and they're ready to do it. Then you have the Middle East factor with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and they're coming up very well. Same is the case with India. India is hosting IOC session was held in Calcutta, which is a big thing by itself. Then you're holding multi-games. Your national games itself is such a huge game. It's as good as holding any other games. So it's a big multi-sport event that we're holding. And today we have centers all over India, thanks to the national games. You have centers right from Manipur to Assam to Calcutta, where the SAF games were held. And then you had Madras SAF games. So like this you go, Delhi, Commonwealth Games. So you have a center for sports everywhere. And through Khelo India and through the sports ministry, the amount of funds that are being generated and coming into sport is amazing. You can't get it better. And no athlete can ask for more, no coaches can ask for more. Training venues, it's up to you to select. You want to be trained in which part of the world. And the government of India sends you for training. If you see our athletes are training everywhere, look at Neeraj. He's gone off again. In Europe, he's training. So there's no such thing as no for anybody. And all competition, first you didn't have the money. You couldn't even participate there because there was no money in the federation. And government support was not forthcoming. People used to collect money and send a team. But now it's not the case. You are as well trained as anybody else. You are as well looked after. Your clothing, your uniforms, your equipment is world class. And you may be one step ahead, not behind anybody in the world.
Sir, talking about your journey from being a accomplished athlete, from that cricket, from shooting, you also participated in the Fire Olympics as a shooter, also played cricket, to a key sports administrator, having an experience of more than 3 decades. So how you look back this journey from a accomplished athlete to a key sports administrator?
You know, it's very interesting because it just happened to be, just happened, you know. It's one of those things. And it was not something that I planned a route or anything, you know, it just happened. My sport was cricket, and I love cricket. And if you ask me to choose between cricket and shooting, definitely cricket. And my family was involved in cricket, from my great-grandfather to my grandfather to my uncle to my father. Everyone played cricket. And I also played, kept my school in cricket, then came to university here, in Delhi University, St. Stephen's College. But in my first year, when I was joined college, I shot for India in the pre-Olympic Games in Tokyo in 1963. And then my sort of life in sport changed. From a cricketer, then I became a shooter. But we always played cricket. We set up teams and we played cricket. And later on with Bishan Bedi and I, we were running the Arjuna Wadi Association. We set up a cricket team which beat everyone. And in that we had a restriction. We were 6 cricketers and 5 of them non-cricketers. Then in 84 I joined the Olympic Committee. In 1984 I became Joint Secretary. In 87 I became Secretary General. Then I remained Secretary General till 2012. Then in Asia I took over in 91 as Secretary General. So 91 till 14 I was Secretary General of the Olympic Council of Asia. And then I became Vice President. We had a Director General. So Sheikh and I, we were running the body at that time. So I told the Sheikh, I said, listen, we have a Director General, he'll run it. And I'll become a Senior Vice President. So he said, no, who? I said, no, I'm always there. I will help him, we'll run it. So then we ran it. And then unfortunately, Sheikh Ahmed got into trouble with the International Olympic Committee. And then he recommended me as Senior Vice President to take over. So then I was for 3 years now as acting President of the Olympic Council of Asia.
You can see that the way he brought all the stakeholders under one umbrella and help the members to go for a unanimous election. And this is we can say, the biggest achievement of Raja Randhir Singh ji, who is set to become the new president of the Olympic Council of Asia. Currently, he is the acting president, and he played a key role, we can say, that especially during the Hangzhou Asian Games, the way the games were hosted. And apart from that, we can say that having an experience of more than 3 decades in sports administration, he gave a new direction to Indian sports too, and hoping his new innings as the president of the Olympic Council of Asia will definitely act as a milestone for the Indian sport, and will also act as a catalyst for Indian sports to take it ahead.